What is fame? You can be famous for stealing, but you broke as shit because that's why you always stealing because you broke. Somebody is sleeping with a station manager just for their song to get played on the fucking radio. These people are paying to get nominated. Something like this, that trophy, it's like it's like a mortgage. You own it, it's yours, but it's not really that valuable. Ladies, tell me, would you really do that? Kill the side chick because you really like the guy? How do we identify fame? Do we only look at fame from the internet? Whenever somebody has like a million followers, they be like, I'm famous, I'm well known. Bitch, we don't know you. Get out of the house and see who recognize your black ass. Nobody. And those machines, where are they from? Because most of those machines, most of those record labels, they are owned by white people. That 9 to 5 of yours, you sold your soul to that company. You sold it because at the end of the month you're getting paid, isn't it? It's the same as those niggas who take your soul from the labels and turn it into currency and then call it a bluff.
Trejo Tebugo from Turf Loop, but currently residing in Brakpan. I'm a scriptwriter and a filmmaker. I've always wanted to study film and TV production, but due to lack of funds, I ended teaching myself how to write scripts, shoot, edit, and direct short films and podcasts. I started a YouTube channel, Lang Tray Studio, where I shoot short films and podcasts on my Samsung.
We're live, right? Recording. Oh, okay. Let me just do show. Hey, yo, what up? This is your boy TT, and now we're coming back to the Lang Tree segment. Remember, this is the segment we're going to be talking, listening, sharing, laughing. If it's laughable, niggas. Oh, you all know, you gotta laugh. But today, I just want to do a normal show. I want to talk about the SAMAs just to begin with everything. Let's talk about the SAMAs, the South African Music Awards. I've realized that actually I don't even want to talk about who won and who lost, who got nominated and who didn't. I just realized that as the country, as the public, as the fans, we're no longer interested in such festivals like the Summers, the Grammys, the Emmys, the whatever awards festival they've been hosting. I feel like we're no longer interested in those. And it took me a while to ask myself why and to understand why. But I think the reason is because us as fans, we've realized that these people are paying to get nominated. These people are paying to win those awards, those trophies, and whatsoever. In fact, somebody told me that an Grammy Award or an Emmy Award or the Summers Award, whatsoever, that trophy, something like this, that trophy, it's like a mortgage. You own it, but it's not really yours. You don't really own it. You own it, it's yours, but it's not really that valuable. So, and maybe another thing, it's because, you know, I don't like it when it's time for us to nominate people or to vote for our favorite whatsoever. Imagine one person voting like 100 times for that certain person. That's crazy. I mean, maybe we should start maybe we should start voting with our IDs where you can only just vote once. This thing of saying vote as many as you like. I mean, what about that certain artist who doesn't have like a cult or who doesn't have money to pay off her fans or his fans so that they can vote for him? So It's bizarre, man. It's something else. It's the same as the song of the year. This thing of every radio station hosts its own song of the year. I mean, Ukozi FM is hosting their own song of the year. Tobela FM, they have their own song of the year. Pala Pala. What's the point, or what's the meaning of the song of the year? Because it has to be a song where the whole country, we grooving and we dancing to that song, we love that song. It used to be like that, but right now, so how many radio stations do we have? I don't even know. Probably maybe more than 11 or something. I'm not sure. But now imagine every radio station is hosting their own song of the year. Well, maybe except for those commercial radio stations like your Kaya, your 702, your 7 whatsoever. I don't think they have their own song of the year, but it's bizarre, man. You can't vote for a certain artist 100 times. Like, let's take these things like it's votes, election votes. Come on, man. So this thing of, I don't really get it. Maybe that's why somebody got nominated and somebody didn't. Probably maybe that person who didn't get nominated, it's because they didn't have the brown paper, not the brown paper, the brown bag. You know, they didn't have the brown bag to actually, because imagine somebody is sleeping with a radio manager, a station manager, just for their song to get played on the fucking radio, or just for their song or their certain thing to be on a certain category in terms of awards and nominees. Like, what's going on with us people? That goes to my second question. It's not. So there's this lady there. Apparently, this girl, she married the girlfriend of her boyfriend. I don't know if you get it, but so basically, the girl was having somebody, was dating somebody, or is still currently dating somebody. But then that nigga decided to go and date another girl. The main girlfriend decided to go and kill the side chick and tell the guy that you are not leaving me for anybody and I'm not sharing you with anybody. I was like, whoa, whoa. I mean, I would get it if maybe, let's say, the lady was doing everything in their relationship, but apparently she wasn't doing shit. Umahlalela nje, the guy is working, everything is okay, he's full set. The side chick was also working, but Umahlalela decided, hey, guys, what's going on? This person be like, you're not leaving me for anybody. Till death do us part. And guess what? They're not even married. Basayenza umkipito nje, but ugirl unesikhwelo. So mina ngi-understand like manje sekwenzakalani emhlabeni, because sekuningi. Imagine if manje sothi uyaphuma umuntu uyakubuza ukuthi uyaphi. Makumele ubuye late, or maso ubuye late somehow bunobani bayakufonela wenzani, ngitshengisa isithombe ngibone ke. I'm like, why would you? I mean, maybe just maybe, oh, man, I don't get it. What's going on, ladies? Tell me, would you really do that? Kill the side chick because you really like the guy? Mhlawumbe umdlisile, but no, awumdlisanga, because if kuba umdlisile bengeke azophumela ngaphansi ayothola okunye ukudla yabo. So I don't get it, like kwenzakalani. So, but if personally, lento le ikai-two. They're always saying there's two sides of the story. So mina personally, I'm thinking, if maybe, let's say, bengimenzela like yonke into lo muntu lo ngimfundisile isigela, ikibo ngabakhela nan. And then this girl decided to leave me. Yeah, I was gonna. Hey, but then it's deep, man. It's deep, man. What would you do, man? Why can't you just let it go? Why can't you just move on and be like, you know what? Yeah, it is what it is. But don't know. There are certain people, like, I don't know why people don't understand that umuntu akusiyisilwana angeke umtheme njengenja umfase ngechine nenja sometimes inokhawula lechine dog iphumele ngaphandle igijimisa abanye abantu nje. So why would you? Because fella, it's more like want to start being in that certain relationship. It's more like mine, so penduki slave nje. You have like spiritual chains. Spiritually, I'm talking about like invisibles, because even if let's say baglisile, ama-chain lawa bakufase ngamaketani yabona nawe yonke into nawe uthi yebo mama yebo baba so kanti wena ukwazi ukusicabangela. But then my imagine if izoreacha leyo point yokuthi umuntu like goodness kwele to that extent yokuthi mophumela ngaphandle yonke into engathi suspicious ufuna ukuyisusa endleleni. I mean, you just decide to kill somebody. Why can't you just fight them? Why can't you just I don't get it. Would I do it? We'll see when that day comes. Because I'm not promising anything. Anything can happen. Anything can flip. So, yeah, that's the thing. So, anyways, let's talk about something else. Because my is this deep school. So, what is fame? What is fame? Fame, I mean, fame means famous, well known, celebrity, whatsoever. But then, fame, does it mean rich or does it mean well known? I want to know. Because sometimes people everybody can be well known on a certain category. You can be famous for stealing, but you broke as shit, because that's why you're always stealing. Because you broke, but you are famous because you're stealing. You can be, I don't know, man, like you can be famous at a lot of stuff. But what is fame? Does it mean you are rich, or does it just mean you are just well known? People know you, people recognize you. But if it's like that, how do we identify fame? Do we only look at fame from the internet? Not basically the internet, like, yeah, in the internet, because social media is an internet. So yeah, cell phone is an internet. Yeah. Do we only recognize fame on an internet? I mean, I bet back in the days, people used to listen to radio more than to watch TV, because most of the families, most of the homes, they didn't have those leverage, so they would listen to whoever that's talking, yappy. They know the voice, but they don't know the face. And they like the voice, but they don't know the face. Once you get used to know the face, you'll be like, man, this guy is evil. Why would you say stuff like this on radio and in real life you say stuff like that? Now you don't understand that inside that fame there's entertainment, there's reality, there's documentaries. Documentaries doesn't really mean it's true. Documentaries just a story of something from all the angles. Because a movie, it has one direction, but a documentary would take, I remember he used to do this and that. Oh yeah, that guy, he was horrible. Those are documentary. So, but What is fame? What is the currency of fame? Currently, the currency of fame, in the previous episode, I said that the currency of fame is how many clicks you get, how many viewers you get, how many subscribers you get, how many followers you get, all those B. Whenever somebody has like 1 million followers, they be like, I'm famous, I'm well known. Bitch, we don't know you. Get out of the house and see who recognize your black ass. Nobody. But the people from the internet, they know you. They don't even know you. They just know what you post. Just like what you're doing now. You know what I'm talking about, but I'm talking facts. I'm talking facts. So I just want to know, what is fame? Being famous, does it mean you are rich? Does it mean you are doing good things? Because remember, there's always a gray area. There's a thin line between right and wrong, and the thin line is you in the middle. But sometimes people in the middle tend to idolize the wrong of somebody because he's famous, because he got money. Because he got money, we think he's doing the right things. Huh? Do you hear what I'm saying? I bet you don't. But they're listening. They're all listening. Sometimes people get to idolize people who doing the right, but they're still in the gray area. In the process of them trying to do the right, it's something else. You get to realize that, hey, what you think is right, actually it's wrong. So you've been idolizing BS this whole time. What is fame, people? I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But let's talk about the machines. Everybody currently is talking about the machines, and I'm not talking about AI. I'm not talking about robots. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about machines. Record labels. How do they do it? Because right now you can shoot your own thing, everything is good, everything is legit, and then they approach you and then they be like, yeah, we see what you're doing. We are interested. We would like to fund you. Like, fund me with what? Actually, they just want to fund you with a mind map of how you should do things for them. I mean, you got your own thing, you've completed everything, but once you are inside the record label, I don't know what magic they perform, but eventually you are famous. So let's talk, people. What is fame? And those machines, where are they from? Because most of those machines, most of those record labels, they are owned by white people. I don't want to categorize which kind, but white, just the color white. You see these angry teeth? The color white. They're always angry. But where do they get those machines from? How do they do it? How can they come to us and manipulate us with the thing that you started on your own? I mean, I've started my own thing here, but then the machines are approaching me. They be like, man, we gotta take this and we can make this, take this into an upper notch. I'm like, an upper notch? I feel like this is an upper notch. But like, nah, nigga, you haven't seen everything. I'm like, really? I haven't seen everything? I'm like, we can show you. We can do anything for you. Just in return, you just gotta work for us. You know, sometimes selling your soul, guys. Selling your soul is basically you working for somebody. That 9 to 5 of yours, you are a cashier, you are a HR assistant, you are an admin, whatsoever, you are an accountant. That 9 to 5 of yours, you sold your soul to that company. You sold it because at the end of the month you're getting paid, isn't it? It's the same as those niggas who take your soul from the labels. and turn it into currency and then call it a bluff. You know what I mean? But then I don't want to talk much for this episode. I was just admiring the new setup of the studio, because I don't know if this is gonna be the permanent studio for the Langtree segment, but we'll see how it goes. This is me and this is you. I'm out.